When you're working with ductile iron pipes, getting that secure, leak-tight connection is absolutely non-negotiable. Now, there are a few ways to get there, but today we're going to zero in on one of the most reliable and time-tested methods out there, threading. So let's dive right in. So what's our game plan? First, we'll break down exactly what pipe threading is all about. Then we're going to walk through the step-by-step process. After that, we'll put threading head-to-head with its biggest rival, flanged connections. And we'll even take a quick peek at some other options. And to wrap it all up, we'll boil it down to the key takeaways you really need to remember. All right, first things first, let's start with the basics. When we talk about threading ductile iron pipes, what are we really talking about? Let's get a nice, clear definition locked in. It's actually a pretty simple and kind of elegant idea when you think about it. You're basically cutting a super precise spiral groove, that's the thread, into the ends of two pipes. This lets you just screw them together, and that creates this incredibly powerful mechanical bond. That bond is what forms the strong, totally leak-tight seal. It's so reliable, you'll find it pretty much everywhere, from the water mains running under our streets to all sorts of complex industrial plants. So why do people choose threading so often? Well, this really gets to the heart of it. For one, installation and disassembly are a breeze, which is a total lifesaver for maintenance or any future changes. It's also super versatile. It works with a whole range of pipe sizes. And the result? A connection that's not just strong, but also holds up really well against corrosion and wear and tear over the years. It's just a fantastic mix of convenience and serious durability. Okay, so the theory is great, but how does this actually work in the real world? Well, creating that perfect, leak-proof seal is all about precision. There's no room for error. So let's walk through the whole process step by step. But hold on. Before we even dream of touching a pipe, let's talk about the single most important step, safety. You're cutting metal here, which means sparks can fly and you're going to have sharp edges. So always, and I mean always, wear your protective gear. Safety glasses, gloves, they're not optional, they're absolutely essential. The prep work here is easily half the battle. You start by measuring and marking. You've heard it before, measure twice, cut once. Then you make the cut, and you need it to be perfectly straight for the pipes to line up right. Next up is deburring and chamfering. This is a crucial step that people sometimes forget. Getting rid of those sharp edges and creating that slight bevel is what helps the threading die start smoothly and cut a really clean thread. And finally, get your equipment ready. Picking the right size die is obvious, but please don't skimp on the cutting oil. It cuts down on friction, keeps things cool, and guarantees a smooth, clean thread. And now, it's time for the main event, actually cutting the threads. You'll want to secure that pipe and apply steady, even pressure. That consistency is the secret to creating perfectly uniform threads. Once they're cut, give your work a good inspection. Look for any little flaws that could mess with the seal. After that, a thorough cleaning is a must to get rid of all the metal shavings, followed by a sealant to protect against rust. And last but not least, assembly. You'll tighten it with a wrench, but here's a pro tip. Snug is good, but over-tightening is your absolute enemy. Too much force can actually damage or even strip the beautiful threads you just made, and that's a recipe for leaks down the road. So threading is an awesome tool to have in your toolbox, but it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. Its main competitor is what's called a flange connection. Let's put them side by side and see when you might choose one over the other. Okay, here's the simplest way to think about it. Threading is your go-to for smaller pipes and lower pressure situations. It's especially great if you think you might need to take it apart later for maintenance. Flange connections, on the other hand, are the heavy-duty option. When you're dealing with big pipes, high pressure, or you just need a connection that's built like a tank, flanges are definitely the way to go. This chart really lays out all the trade-offs, doesn't it? You can see right away that threading wins on speed and cost. It's just quicker to install and usually less expensive. But that comes at a price. See, when you cut threads, you're actually removing material, which makes the pipe wall just a little bit thinner right at that connection point. That's why flanges are the undisputed champs for high-pressure jobs. But here's the interesting part, the maintenance versus leakage trade-off. Threading is easier to take apart, sure, but a flanged connection, when it's done right, is much less likely to develop leaks as it ages. So you're really choosing between convenience up front and long-term robustness. Now, threading and flanges might be the two heavy hitters, but there are definitely other methods out there that are worth knowing about. Let's do a quick lightning round and see what else is in the toolbox. For instance, you've got push-on joints, which can be incredibly fast for certain applications. Then there are things like grooved couplings. You might hear them called victalic couplings that clamp onto the pipes. You have compression fittings that work by squeezing a ring to create a seal. There are also mechanical joints that rely on gaskets, and of course, the most permanent option of them all, welding. Each one has its own special place, and picking the right one always comes down to the details of your project. All right, we have covered a ton of ground here. So let's distill all of this down. If you're going to remember just a few things from our time together, these are the ones to lock in. First, know its sweet spot. Threading is the champion of smaller pipes and lower pressure systems. Second, respect the process. Precision is absolutely everything. Every single step builds on the last one to create that perfect seal. Third, know when to quit. Remember, over-tightening is the enemy of a good connection. And finally, keep an open mind. Threading is an essential skill, for sure, but it's just one tool in a much larger toolkit of connection methods. And there you have it, a deep dive into the art and science of ductile iron pipe threading. You are now officially equipped with the knowledge of how, when, and why to use this really foundational skill. So whether your next project is big or small, you've got another powerful technique at your disposal. The only question left is, what are you going to build with it?